Athletes spend most of their lives training, eating well, and working on themselves to become the best in the business. And there is no bigger moment than for an athlete to represent their country, especially if it is in the Olympics. Since it only takes place once in 4 years, these people work relentlessly at approaching their goal. But sometimes in sports, people can go on and do the unthinkable. Such was the case in one boxing match that took place in this year's Tokyo Olympics between the Kiwi boxer David Nyika and the Moroccan boxer Baalla, where the latter tried to bite the other's ear off. But before we can talk more about this, do make sure to leave a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content in the world of sports and entertainment. Now, biting someone's ear off in boxing. That sounds pretty familiar. Rewind the clock back to 1997, and boxing is probably one of the most popular sports in the world. Mike Tyson, one of the most legendary boxers ever, was stepping in the ring against Evander Holyfield for the second time. But the thing about Mike Tyson is that he may be a legend in the ring, but he will also do anything it takes to maintain that status. And, as fans would remember, this infamous fight was known as the bite fight, since Mike Tyson literally bit off his opponent's ear during the match. This was a moment we thought we would never see, and definitely not ever again. But such was not the case in the Tokyo Olympics 2020. New Zealand boxer David Nyika did not face much trouble on his way to a 5-0 victory against Youness Balla in his Olympics heavyweight debut on Tuesday, other than having to contend with an attempted bite from his Moroccan opponent. Nyika, a two-time Commonwealth Games gold medalist, had won the first 2 rounds with ease and constantly troubled Baalla with his pinpoint jabs during the contest at the Kokugikan Arena, considered the spiritual home of Japan's sumo wrestling. The 22-year-old Baalla lost his cool and attempted to bite his opponent's ear during a hold in round 3, but a shocked Nyika managed to pull out in time. The fight continued, and Nyika, who is one of New Zealand's flag bearers at the Games opening ceremony, registered a 5-0 win to book a quarterfinal spot against Uladzislau Smiahlikau of Belarus. Afterwards, we got to see the reaction from Nyika, who was extremely surprised that the referee did not notice what his opponent was trying to do. Nyika said, "Did you see that? I don't think the ref saw it. She was the closest one. He wouldn't exchange properly," Nyika said, following the Olympic incident. "He ducked his head, he bit me, he hit me below the belt." The 25-year-old victor went on to say that his opponent probably tasted a lot of sweat. "He didn't get a full mouthful. Luckily, he had his mouth guard in and I was a bit sweaty. I don't remember what I said to him, but I gave him a little bit of a cheek. I have been bitten once on the chest before at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games. But come on, man, this is the Olympics." Nyika also mentioned that he had known the Moroccan boxer and knew that he has been around in the boxing scene for a while, knowing him to be a calm and composed character. After the attempted bite happened, he thought the Moroccan was just having some fun, but it was pretty obvious that it was more than just a lighthearted joke. "My bad," I told him after. "It's okay." He wasn't happy. He wasn't too chuffed. "That was a foul play," said the Kiwi boxer after winning the fight quite comfortably. This incident, of course, was a headline among all the news channels in the world, as you would expect, as it was compared to the Mike Tyson fight against Evander Holyfield. After such an embarrassing moment for the young Moroccan boxer, the spokesperson for the Moroccan contingent refused to comment on the scenes, since there was not much they could say to avoid even more drama at the given moment. Nyika escaped unhurt after he managed to pull out in time, and Baalla got his cheek instead. The most shocking part being that the boxer managed to relatively leave the ring by just picking up a warning. The commentator seemed to notice the incident quite clearly. The commentator exclaimed, "That could have been an act of absolute madness." Comments of anger and rage started flooding from the social media users and pundits. Did David Nyika almost fall victim to an attempted Mike Tyson-esque bite from Baalla? Kiwi journalist Chris Chang said. Another television presenter who goes by the name of Andrew Gordy tweeted about the shocking moment from the fight. "Rock solid example of someone whose goal at Tokyo was not to win gold, but to go viral on social media." He even went on to take a jab at the fighter by stating that Baalla unlocked his achievement that he was looking to complete. Andrew's comments were quite interesting, since he stated that online fame was the main reason for the Moroccan doing what he did. In this day and age where going viral is pretty common and leads to a lot of social media exposure, it is quite possible that these were the intentions behind his actions. And, as you would expect from the New Zealand fans who were backing their countrymen, not many had nice things to say about the Moroccan boxer. With his exit from the games overshadowed by this incident, Baalla called out Kiwi fans, sending him hate messages on his Instagram account. "To all the people coming from New Zealand, with all my respect to this country, but you're not showing respect to yourselves," Baalla wrote on his Instagram story. "I will not answer any bad DM or comment from you, and sorry, I have big things waiting for me." But surprisingly, Nyika actually came out in support of Baalla, who was receiving a lot of heat for his act after saying that this was a part of sport. Nyika went on to say that the heat of battle can bring the best and the worst out of people. "This is part of sport. I have nothing but respect for my opponent and can appreciate the frustration he must have felt. Please don't reach out to him if you have nothing nice to say," Nyika wrote. Luckily for the betterment of the sport, action was taken in time to ensure that Baalla got more than a measly warning that the ref gave. The international National Olympic Committee released a statement about the matter as well. Baalla had the clear intention of biting his opponent's ear or face in the third round of the bout. Baalla has been disqualified for his intolerable action during combat. This unsportsmanlike behavior was also noticed by the technical officials of the BTF and the technical delegate after the session in which the fight took place. Now, where does this leave things post-fight? Well, should Nyika advance to the final, he would be guaranteed to be New Zealand's 4th Olympic boxing medalist. Nyika has previously won gold medals at the 2014 and 2018 Commonwealth Games. But despite what Nyika does or does not manage to accomplish in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, it has to be said that surely the Olympics Committee will be looking to put forth something to make sure this is not repeated. As we have seen with major incidents of cheating or harsh play in sports, a large penalty follows. Many times football player Luis Suarez was also given a long ban for attempting to bite his opponents on the pitch. So if historical evidence is any deciding factor, we can expect to see the Olympic Committee come out with a long-term ban for the Moroccan-born boxer. Given the size and stature of the event and the millions of people who probably tuned in just to have to witness a grown man attempt to bite another man's ear off, a permanent ban from the sport will not be surprising. Although no such decision was put forth during the Mike Tyson controversy, that was a privately organized event, and Tyson being a megastar, him being banned for life would not have gone down with the audiences around the globe. Only time can tell what will happen to Baalla post the shocking events against the Kiwi boxer, but it seems like he tried to bite off more than he could chew. With this, we have come to the end of our video. Now it's your time to share your opinions and thoughts. What did you think of Baalla's actions? Should it be overlooked, or should we expect the boxer to get a long-term ban from the sport or the Olympics? Let us know in the comments below. As always, please make sure to leave a big thumbs up on the video, and do go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you are looking for more awesome content surrounding the world of sports and entertainment. That is all from us for now. We shall catch you on the next one.